Welcome, students! Our topic for today is about the state of matter. We will also include the atomic structure and the phases of matter.
Baka hindi ka pa nagsusubscribe. Subscribe na! Pa-like and share na rin. Pahit na rin ang notification bell para lagi kang updated pag may i-upload akong video. Atom is the smallest particle of matter. History of atoms. From Dalton to Chadwick. Nahihirapan ka bang makita? Ipapaliwanag ko na.
Atomic structure. So, the parts of the atoms are, we have the nucleus, we have the neutrons, protons. So, nucleus is inside the atoms, wherein neutrons and protons are there. The electrons are on the outer layer or outer shell of the atom.
Ayon kay John Dalton, ang lahat ng bagay ay binubuo ng mga atom. Ang mga atom ng isang element ay pare-parehas or the same. Ang mga atom ng iba't ibang element ay maaaring pagsama-samahin upang mabuo ang isang compound. Ang atom ng isang element ay magkakapareho sa laki, sa bigat, at sa mga iba pang katangian na makikita sa periodic table. Inilarawan ni Rutherford na ang atom ay may lugar ng puro positive charge at yun ay ang nucleus. At ang natitirang atom ay halos walang laman or empty space. Si J.J. Thomson naman na-discover ang electron noong 1897. He proposed the model of plum pudding ng atom noong 1904 bago natuklasan ang atomic nucleus upang maisama ang electron sa atomic model. Bohr and Democritus also work on the atom.
Erwin Schrödinger proposed the quantum of mechanical model of the atom, which treats electrons or matter waves. We also have Niels Bohr, said electrons should move around the nucleus but only in a prescribed orbit. We begin with the state of matter, which is solid. In solid, we do have rigid, fixed in shape, fixed in volume, and cannot be squeezed with a high density. In liquid, it is not rigid, not fixed in shape, not fixed in volume, and cannot be squeezed. The last one is gas. Gas is not rigid, no fixed shape, and no fixed volume. It cannot be also squeezed, and it has the lowest density.
Summary of the above lessons. Again, the three states of matter are solid, liquid, and gas. Okay, in your notebook, we will test your memory. Fill in the blanks. Now, let's reveal the answer. Number 1, definite shape and volume. Number 2, it can flow. Number 3, expand to fill the container. Attraction between particles. Number 5, high compressibility. Densities of some elements. Let us compare some densities of elements. The formula for density is equivalent to mass divided by the volume. I-compare natin ang density ng bakal o tinatawag nating iron. Ang solid na bakal ay mayroong density na 7,870 kg per cubic meter. At ang natunaw na bakal ay mayroong 6,980 kg per cubic meter. Kadalasan, ang density ng solid is greater o mas laki kesa sa density ng liquid. Pero, meron din exemption, katulad na lamang ng tubig at yelo. Parehas ang composition, pero sila ay magkaiba ng physical state. Ang density ng tubig in the form of liquid is 1,000 kg per cubic meter. At ang tubig in the form of solid, such as the ice, is 917 kg per cubic meter. Di hamak na mas maliit kesa sa tubig in the form of liquid. Yun ang dahilan kaya't nasa ibabaw ang yellow. Quiz time! Choose the word for the best answer. If a particle consisting of two or more atoms combine together in a specific arrangement, we call that as molecules. Number 2. He proposed that matter is made up of tiny particles. He is Dalton. Number 3. It is the smallest particle of element, and that is atom. Number 4. He presented an evidence that matter is made up of tiny particles called atom. He is Democritus. Number 5. Everything that takes up space and has mass, and that is matter. Experiment time! Maglagay ng tubig sa isang maliit na container. Huwag lagyan ng takip at pabayaan lamang siya ng 6 na araw.
4 days later.
Extended 24 hours.
Observation. Ang tubig sa open container ay nag-decrease. Malayang mag-escape ang molecules ng tubig sa kapaligiran dahil ang container ay open. Evaporation takes place. Setup number 2. The closed container with water is placed on a direct sunlight. Condensed water seen inside the container. And after 6 hours, that is 4 o'clock in the afternoon, the level of water does not change. Repeating the experiment, we use syringes for accuracy in measurement. And again, no change in volume. Water evaporates and condenses, but it cannot go out to the container. Instead, they collide each other. At babalik ulit siya sa surface ng liquid water. Phase change in water. Solid in the form of ice melt to become liquid. And liquid, when heated, evaporates. When solid changes directly to gas, we call it as sublimation. From gas to liquid, we call it as condensation. And from liquid to solid, we call it as freezing. From gas to solid, we call that as deposition. Quiz time! 2 very boring minutes later. Shout out sa mga estudyante ko ng boron, cobalt, nickel, radon, manganese, at rhodium. I-comment nyo nga sa baba kung ano-ano ang mga natutunan nyo sa videong ito. Salamat mga anak!